All right, I'm getting ready to go out in nature and take a little hike. It's just sickening, man. Like, common sense, guys, think about it. If any of these authorities had any kind of good intentions for you, they would do nothing but surround you with truth, fact, and reality. Okay? They make things as simple as possible. Instead, what are they teaching you? Besides making it mandatory that as soon as you're born, you have to get these toxic chemicals shoved into your veins, right? Besides that, besides giving you a fucked up, what's it called? Food pyramid, and telling you that all these terrible starches and sugars and carbs are good for you, right? And telling you need to eat multiple times a day and thousands of calories a day, okay, right? Instead of telling you those lies, instead of telling you one of the first things that are so important for them is they want to tell you about space, which you'll never see. They want to tell you about Mars, which you'll never see. They want to tell you about, they want to tell you that, 60 years ago, we had the technology to go to the moon, but didn't have cell phones. And now we have cell phones that can do unbelievable computer skills, and we can't go to the moon. I mean, so, it's just nothing but cognitive. And then they want to tell you about dinosaurs, which you'll never see. And by the way, there's not one fucking real dinosaur bone on display anywhere. They're all supposedly in the basement of the Smithsonian because they're so valuable. They don't want anybody to steal them or destroy them, right? So it's all fabrication. It's a whole. Why is this so important? Why does everybody get out of high school looking back and go, holy fuck, that was like the biggest social that was the biggest social experiment I've ever been in. You know what I mean? It was nothing but what'd you learn? It's a joke. So what I'm trying to say is all this confusion, like guys, it's called Stockholm syndrome. You have Stockholm syndrome. Why do you get Stockholm syndrome? You get Stockholm syndrome because you are trying to go along and live your life without addressing what is really causing these discomforts and diseases in you. So you get Stockholm syndrome. So it makes you even more defend your abusers, those who perpetuate abuse upon you. It makes you defend them even more and more and more and more. And you will defend them until you start doing the true healing and healing yourself and truly doing this healing and just accepting things for what they are and just, doing it. Because otherwise you are just going to be in a stew of discomfort and disease. And it's all going to be caused in the person stewing the pot. You're going to be defending that, whoever that authority is that's stewing your pot. You're going to be defending them. They have no authority. You have to give them authority. You have to relinquish your authority. Even though we are lied to as children, at some point, the consent is, they consider it, what is it considered? It's considered whatever kind of consent it is by playing along. Like sort of how we all consent to the slavery of all the Chinese people who assemble our phones, or all the Africans who are slaves in the mines, the precious metal mines that they use to assemble our phone with. So that's what I mean by consenting. Most people, if they had to go and actually see how their phone was assembled and follow the process, would not have a fucking phone. But through cognitive dissonance and Stockholm syndrome and groupthink, there you go. Now here comes groupthink. That's how groupthink comes into play. because, everybody goes, well, there's other people doing it too, even no matter how crazy the idea, if there's one other person doing it, that makes it good. You know what I mean? Fuck that. You need to grab your goddamn balls and you need to fucking do what you got to do. And you know what you got to do. And what happens is when you walk away from hearing something like this and you go back to Jesus and ask him, hey, Jesus, what am I supposed to do? Hey, Buddha, what am I supposed to do? Hey, fucking Biden, what am I supposed to do? That's fucking retarded, guys. That is ignorance. That makes you a fool. A fool is an idiot, a windbag, one who is destitute of reason. You are not reasoning. What kind of reason do you have for putting your faith in these people who continue to lie and abuse you and create cognitive dissonance and gaslight you and tell you that you're the cause of all your problems? I mean, they're literally telling you, they're flying around in personal jets telling you that you're causing fucking global warming. Think about it, guys. A fool, getting back to the definition of fool, one who is destitute of reason or the common powers of understanding. Like you're not even understanding. What is to understand? To apprehend or comprehend fully. To know or apprehend the meaning, import, intention, or motive of. Like you guys aren't even, like you guys are saying your government and these entities have good intentions for you. But you don't understand. If you understood, you'd know or apprehend the meaning, import, intention, or motive of these fuckers. And it's obviously their motives to tell truth and be in reality. In fact, is very simple. Gaslighting. How do you know you're being gaslit? Because it's a fucking story, bud. You're in a fucking woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, man. And you better hold on. And so you're destitute of the common powers of you can't understand. So therefore, you're just blindly following these fuckers and just going, well, how do you know, Jesus? Someone goes, well, how do you know, Jesus? I mean, haven't you asked him for help? I mean, for the past 10 years, I've known you, Bob, and he hasn't done anything for you. Your wife just died. Your kid, you guys have been terrible. The only reason you've been held together is by pharmaceutical drugs. Bob, what are you talking about, Bob? And he's just like, well, it says in the Bible. Well, Bob, what the fuck does that mean, Bob? That's a fool. One who does not exercise his reason. One who pursues a course contrary to the dictates of wisdom. What is wisdom? Having the power of discerning, judging correctly, or of discriminating between what is true and what is false. What is truth? Conformity to facts or reality, as of statements to facts, words to thoughts, motives or actions to professions. Truth, again, words to thought. That means it lines up, guys. You're not saying one thing and doing another. That's not truth. That's gas. You're back down here. Cognitive dissonance. Sirens going off. Yeah. So it's foolish, man. It's foolish. What we all want to attain, this is what we all want. We all want to be, let me see if I didn't think I put the definition of that on the backside. We all want to be sagacious, which is having the ability, the quickness and acuteness of discernment or penetration. That means we insert ourselves into situations. We are in control, okay? Readiness of apprehension. If something is brought to us, in a golden wrapping with the best, with little beautiful eyes, and we're like, no, wait, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you giving me something? I don't need anything. What are you doing? I don't need a gift. Why are you trying to push your fucking virtue on me? Stop. What are you up to? Okay? The faculty of readily discerning and distinguishing ideas and of separating truth from falsehood. That's what we all want as humans. That's what we're trying to attain to. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're relinquishing your authority to unknown entities, government authorities, AI, God knows what else. You're gaslighting yourself. You're creating cognitive dissonance, major discomfort and disease that's been setting in for years. The only reason you haven't been feeling it is because you just have to keep on going back to it. You know what I mean? You have to keep on going back to your source. You have to keep on going back and building up those walls, building up that storyline, building up that fabrication, to make it all fit and make it. No, this is how you heal. That's how, that is how you that's how you go crazy, trying to keep up with everybody's bullshit and make things fit and make the fucking square fit into the circle hole. That's what that shit's all about. The truth, reality, fact, very simple, very easy. You get rid of consumerism, you get rid of materialism, you get back to these things that matter. And it's very simple. I think people can actually detox. I mean, as a group, you'd probably be able to do it like that. I already know groups that are like Dispenza in them that are like using the power of getting people together, but they're doing it, but keeping people in the game and still going, oh, look, you can be successful in this 3D world. You can enjoy all of the money. What do you want? Money, cars, famous? You want women? What do you want? And no, man, what the fuck, dude? That's like a perversion. That's a complete perversion of what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with owning anything. It doesn't even have to do with the 3D body. I believe we go and start making this a priority, this top line here, and all this bottom shit is just going to crumble because of our power, because of our high resonating power. I believe when we start, more as a group, focusing our vibration and living in that high vibration as a human with truth, reality, and fact, right? And get rid of all this fucking shit down here, this government and authority and faith and belief and all that horse shit, right? So get rid of all of that. And then we have no clue what's going to happen physically, what kind of changes will transpire immediately. And that's where I'm at. And that is very simple to me. Very, very simple for me to understand. And I just feel like anybody who comes at that differently, I feel like they're a fool. Anybody who says, who's going to listen to what I just said and go, well, we need to keep the government, we need to keep systems of, otherwise it's just going to be crazy. It's just going to be crazy, I tell you. I mean, they're just going to take all my belongings. You're a fool, man. You're a fucking fool. If you're defending that, if you're going through all of this and you're defending these who are obviously driving a wedge between what you want up there, ease and comfort, and you got the authorities that you... And the only reason we can't attain that is because we have given over authority. It's that simple. And then that, it's the slow descent into cognitive dissonant discomfort disease, making you a fool, and eventual, they keep you alive with their pharmaceuticals, and that's what they do. They want you. They want this. This is exactly what they want. This is exactly what they want. Because at the end over here, now they got you on now they've created the whole pharmaceutical ring and all that, and then the Jesus, and they just keep you herded over here in the full cattle pen, right? You're in the full pen, just walking in circles with your face right against the ass of the fucking fool in front of you. You know what I mean? Just going, yes, we believe you. Yes, we believe you. Yes, we believe you. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. That's insanity. Literally insanity.